So Phil, we're almost halfway through the season. How's it gone so far?
It's going okay. I think we're just getting too many draws more than anything. We've had problems with injuries, missing key players in certain matches. But on a whole, I think the team in general is playing quite good tennis at the moment.
You're still looking for that first victory in the league. You've had a couple of close matches, a couple of draws. Do you think it's only a matter of time before that first win comes along?
Yeah, I do think it is. We are gonna get a win this season. We're probably gonna get a few. The teams that we should have got wins against, we've only had 3 players. We've had injury problems, but I think the match on Wednesday, we're very confident in that we're probably going to get our first win of the season.
And at the start of the season, during the summer, you lost a couple of key players, most notably Matt Wigham. How difficult has that been to cope with?
It has been difficult, but we did pick up a very good player in Andrew, who has filled in Matt's position extremely well. He's won quite a lot of his matches, won a lot of doubles with Konstantinos. I think he was a very good addition, but obviously losing a player like Matt, who I think only lost 1 or 2 matches in the whole of last season, he's a very big player to lose, but I think we've coped well with his loss.
And you mentioned Konstantinos there, and him, you've got a player who does win a lot of matches. How important is it to have his experience around the team? Do you think that rubs off on some of the other players?
Having a player like him in the team is great. You get to see some very good tennis and exceptional shots and things like that. So it's good to have him in the team. He does give out advice as well to try and help some of the players with a bit less ability and a bit less talent than him. But yeah, having someone like him who very rarely loses a game is great to have in the side.
And you said at the start of the season that the aim was promotion. You came quite close last season. Do you think this group of players is good enough to maybe, if not this season, next season, maybe push for promotion?
I think if we had kept Matt from last season, we probably would have been promoted very convincingly, but losing Matt and obviously other circumstances has meant that we're probably not going to get promotion this year, which is unfortunate, because I think other teams around us have got a lot more good players. Teams that we beat last year convincingly have now all of a sudden really stepped up to the level that we weren't expecting. But I think if we could keep all of the players that we have and maybe make some new additions, we could get promoted next season. But I do know that myself, Konstantinos and Andrew won't be playing next season. Paddy, I'm not too sure, he's potentially not going to be playing next season, so we could be looking at a completely new first team for next season, which is never exactly a good thing, but you never know, we might pick up 4 outstanding players for next season.
And going back to the start of the year, you started really well with a victory over York St John's in the annual Clash of the Minsters. How much did that mean to the team, getting a victory over a local rival like that? Because tennis have quite a good record in that competition.
Yeah, it was good to get a nice early victory on the board, get team spirits up. The only downside was, of course, we lost varsity overall, but it is nice to be recognised as the team that won in that competition, and it was nice to get our first victory of the year against them. Yeah.
And Teesside are up next, another local rival, if you like. They're only 1 place above you in the league. Does that give you an extra motivation, thinking if we beat them, you could maybe move above them in the table?
Yeah, but it's always motivation when it's Teesside, because obviously the T's weird varsity match that comes up at the end of the year. We like to get one over on them, and the last time we played them was the varsity last year, which we beat them 12-0. So they've probably picked up a few new players, but I'm strongly hoping that we can play from where we left off last season and beat them again.
Well, Phil, thanks very much, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
No problem. Thanks a lot.